to give my yes to you today. I choose.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 5th of August. I've got a long black here this morning. An awesome cup of coffee. Great head of crema on that as well. If you have your Bibles, turn to Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. Matthäus 10, vers 28. Do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the soul. But rather fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. There's a lot of talk about, maybe there isn't a hell, and maybe there isn't a place where God is going to be removed from people after death, and that ultimately all people end up in heaven, all roads lead to heaven, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it very clearly says that we're to be careful of offending God and throwing away our character, throwing away our souls in a sense, because we want to maintain peace and rapport and be accepted and liked and be nice to one another here on earth. And it's very clear that we should rather fear the one who has ultimate judgment for us in mind in our eternal destinations rather than on a relational level over here. And people tend to avoid conflict, tend to avoid saying the negative thing. They would rather lie, they would defer truth, they would avoid certain people because they know it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. And we so fear going into a little bit of conflict. We so fear just speaking the truth. We so fear that we may just cause offense or not be liked at the end of. That we walk around issues and we don't face things head on. In this same passage, Jesus says, I came to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies will be the members of his household. Do not think that I came to bring peace on the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. And yet we so don't want to enter into conflict with one another that we throw away our character, we lie, we avoid, we defer, and we just don't face issues anymore. And so Matthew 10:28 is for me just a solemn reminder that don't worry that much about, obviously take into consideration and respect people, but love enough to tell the truth and face the conflict and tell the unpopular thing. Tell the thing that's not going to go down so well and get it out the way. An old colleague of mine always used to say, at the start of every workday, he'd say, bring on the frog. And we'd ask him what you're talking about. And he said, well, in every day there's an ugly thing that you have to do, so eat the frog first. And that's just something that stuck by me, and it kind of fits in with what I'm trying to put across today. Miskien is daar padde in jou lewe wat jy moet bietjie eet. Eet die padde eerste. Eat the frog first, and do what needs to be done in order to clear the things that are worrying you, that you've put off, that you don't want to face, that you're worrying about, more about what you think people are going to think and how they're going to react, as opposed to just living out every day without the deferred things, without the hidden things. Think about it. Maybe take me on. Maybe I'm living in a bubble. Let's chat about it over a cup of coffee. But I wish you a wonderful Wednesday.